Hi there. So yeah, we're in the middle of a mini heat wave here in September, and I'm heading up to Dartmoor. I've started off in Bovey Tracy again. I'm doing a different route this time. I'm heading up towards Lustley, where I'm going to camp. It's not too far, about 4 or 5 miles I'm going to go. It is very warm today, and I'm travelling very light. I'm also travelling very differently. Rather than take a tent, I've bought a bivy bag instead. And I've made some other changes as well. So I'm really light on the back. Food and water, total pack weight is 9 kilos. So that's really light. Ideal for this kind of weather at the moment. So I'm going to crack on and find this camping spot. I think it's in some woods. So yeah, let's go walking Devon. Okay, so let's do a little bit more about the gear. But basically, yes, I've come with a bivy bag instead of a tent. It's a British Army Gore-Tex bivy bag, so it'll suffice nicely. Because of the temperature, I brought that my much lighter sleeping bag. It's the Kiesa one that I used first of my Dartmoor videos. I'm also trying out using a foam pad instead of an airbed. Now, that's purely for reliability and ease of use. I mean, with a foam pad, they don't deflate, basically. They don't get punctures. So that's the idea of it. I want to see how I get on with it. This is why I'm not going so far, because if I have a terrible night, I'll just walk back into Bovey Tracy. I haven't brought my Trangia. I've brought a hexamine stove, which is really light. So this is why my whole pack's down to 9 kilos, including water and food. But yeah, this could go one or two ways. It'll either be absolutely fine, and it'll be a way for me to consider camping in the future, much lighter, or I'll hate it and I'll never do it again. And I'll go back to my original form of camping, which is with a tent and an airbed. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've also got a tarp. It's a poncho tarp. So it can be used as a raincoat, but can double up as a tarp should I need it. So yes, I've also got some walking poles. I'm not used to using walking poles. I'm not sure I'll use them, to be honest with you, because I need my hands free to film. But we'll see. We'll see. There might be occasions where I actually use them, maybe river crossings or something like that. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, a few things to change. Maybe I'll learn something from it. But yeah, let's crack on. I've already set up camp. There's my tarp and bivy bag set up. As you can see, the tarp is a poncho. That middle bit is where the hood is. That's all cinched up at the moment, so it doesn't leak, although there's no chance of rain at all tonight. It's camouflaged relatively well. I mean, there's straight lines on the edge there, but you know, I'm not too worried about camping. I'm not stealth camping here. I'm allowed to camp here. It's just a middle of some woodland, well away from the path. I'm not going to get any interruptions down here unless it's deer. So I actually using trekking poles here, and I replaced the tips. I've put a new tip on, and there's a screw going through it because the grommet on the tarp was too small, basically. So yes, down here, my sleeping, which isn't the best, most comfortable, but there's basically my foam pad. It's a 15mm pad. That's the Gore-Tex bivy bag. And there's my sleeping bag. It's the down Kiesa, weighs about 600 grams in total. It's 300 gram fill. And yes, my favourite pillow. That's my luxury item. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, it's not anything really special, but I just wanted to set that up quickly. It was really quick to set up, and obviously it's quick to take down as well. But let's make a cup of coffee. So yeah, this is my little hexamine stove. It takes these hexamine tablets. They're very light. And I've just got a standard mess tin because it fits rather nicely. So let's give these a light. Yeah, nicely lit. Just whack that on. There we go. That won't take long. So I've got a nice rock to sit on. Very handy. Got my seat pad to make it even more comfy. It's still really warm at the moment. So yeah, I'm all set up. What I've already decided with the poncho tarp, I don't think it offers enough coverage myself. I mean, it could be used in an emergency, but I wouldn't really want to camp in the rain with it. I have a much bigger tarp. In fact, I have a hammock and tarp, and if I'd known the environment was like this, I'd have brought that instead. It is a case of living and learning. Next time I come out here, I'll bring my hammock and tarp and perfectly allowed to camp in these woods. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I'm just going to relax, drink this coffee, and enjoy the evening in complete peace and quiet here in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. Wonderful. Well, good morning. That was quite possibly one of the worst sleeps I've had. The bivy bag was fine, but the sleep mat was just not good enough. That was worse than an airbed that deflates all night. I'm going to pack up and head back home. I'm not having a second night of that. What I did was I tied a guy line to the hood of this and just pegged it out over there. But as I said before, this doesn't really offer enough coverage. If you look along through here, if it was raining, it would probably come down that. Although it's Gore-Tex, you don't really want it to get wet. It's more really for wind resistance. So I just want to interrupt for a moment. I'm on my way back now. I've got a few afterthoughts. The poncho tarp, although I don't think personally it covered enough area, it could double up as a ground sheet. So that's okay. So, you know, it's an item with two uses. It can keep me dry. Also, it can go over the pack as well if it's raining. The whole thing covers you in the pack. Also, the hex stove. While it's nice and light, I didn't like the fact that the actual stove itself got very hot. And it's okay if it's on a stone, but stones aren't always available. And especially in woodland, I didn't like it. It's a little bit of a fire hazard. I prefer my Trangia stove, even though that is heavier. Yeah, like I say, you live and learn. I mean, most of that kit I've had for absolutely years, and I've used it in various ways, maybe just once. But I wanted to try it all together and see what it's like. And no, it doesn't quite work. For me, anyway. Might work for you. Who knows? Each trip is going to be different. It's a different environment, so you're going to need different gear. And a lot of this gear I've had for years because it suits different environments. You build up gear over time. It's not particularly expensive gear, just different gear. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on that. So yeah, anyway, back to me. But I wasn't cold. It was quite nice. I don't know what the temperature was. I've got the sensor up there on the far side, so I'll put it up now. What the coldest temperature was during the night, but it was very mild. But yeah, I'm just going to pack up and head back to Bovey. It's one of the reasons why I camped pretty close. So it wasn't too far to walk back if I did have a bad night. I'd kind of anticipated it, but it was worth a try. Yeah, so definitely an airbed in future, even though they run the risk of it deflating. But like I said, I had a worse night than the deflating airbed. So yeah, you live and learn. I haven't used a mat like this for decades, so I just wanted to remind myself just quite how bad it was. All right, well, look, it's not going to take long to pack up, so I'm just going to pack up and head back. So I'm all packed up, ready to go. I've left absolutely no trace at all. Well, I moved a log. I think that's acceptable. I basically just put a log there because I kept on tripping over the guy line when it was a bit dark. So it gave me a walkway through here to the shelter, which I actually did enjoy because I was able to enjoy just the camp and sit down under the tarp and look out over the whole forest. You know, in a tent, sometimes you feel a little bit enclosed. You don't always want to sit outside. You kind of like the half cover. And that's kind of what I liked. But yeah, I'm just going to head back into Bobby now. I don't feel too bad, but I just don't want to spend another night sleeping that badly. That was the only bad part of the camp. I enjoyed the whole experience, to be honest with you. But yeah, could you do the usual like and subscribe? And yeah, until next time, take care.